and Brad here with Years of Years, and it's This Day in Disney for April 15th.
Halfway through already.
Yeah, it goes fast.
You just tick along.
Oh yeah. But on this day, back April 15th in 1983, another big opening happened. So earlier this week we talked about France opening, well, not France, Euro Disneyland opening, which it was called at the time. And that was 1992. So in 1983, Tokyo Disneyland opened its doors to guests.
Yeah.
So this was Disney's fourth theme park at the time.
And was it the first international? I think it was.
It was the first international, that's right.
First global expansion?
Yes. It was the first one outside of the US. And on the day there was light rain. So part of Tokyo Disneyland has this bazaar that you can go under. So it's the Main Street USA, only this is a covered area. Mm-hmm. So maybe you guys already know that.
Yeah, I have had the opportunity to see it in videos, and so many of our friends have been there and just remind us every time you have to go. And we will get there.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So, with Disneyland Paris, Tokyo Disney Sea didn't open at the same time. So it was just Disneyland, or Tokyo Disneyland that opened. And among the attractions, it actually had Space Mountain open. It actually opened with the park. Usually Space Mountain opens after. Mm-hmm. So it was located like just right outside of Tokyo. Okay. And it is actually like, I know that Disney has part ownership with the Oriental Land Company. Mm-hmm. They have the license for it.
Yeah, we had some friends that were there
from
during
Disney.
Yeah, we had some friends that were there not at Disney but in Japan during the reactor and the earthquake and all of the fallout there. And I believe that they share with us that they were using Disney overflow for like helping with U.S. citizens and stuff like that. So kind of interesting. Like close proximity to Tokyo makes it like, you know,
Disney's
social
always really
and government neighbors.
Good at building. Like here in Florida, a lot of people go to the Disney World Resort when there's hurricanes because there's a lot more safety.
Located and
the way the buildings are built and the structures are built are very hurricane protected. And so with Tokyo, with Japan's the kind of weather that they get it all, I'm pretty sure. So the structures there must be very safe.
Yeah, it is very cool, this covered overhang. It's nice. I don't want to like cheapen it by saying like Mall of America, but it kind of,
because it is a main street
that, like same like overhang and closure.
Bazaar.
I'm just trying to share with you, and but you probably already know.
Okay, well, let me read you the dedication by Card Walker on the day that the park opened. It says, "To all of you who come to this happy place, welcome. Here you will discover enchanted lands of fantasy and adventure, yesterday and tomorrow. May Tokyo Disneyland be an eternal source of joy, laughter, inspiration, and imagination to the people of the world. And may this magical kingdom be an enduring symbol of the spirit of cooperation and friendship between the great nations of Japan and the United States of America." Yeah.
Nice.
Very interesting. So we, started off really quoting Walt, but then going into some, words that I felt were very indicative of the Japanese people and the way that they see things. So I thought that was very nice. And
and I was thinking as I was listening to the words, and I'm thinking about Disney's outreach and their global parks. No matter what happens, no matter what we pass through as a people and as a planet, like those beacons of joy and happiness and unity and partnership like exist and have to be dealt with. Like they exist. It's wonderful.
For sure.
Ties beyond government, ties of humanity and joy.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. So let's talk about what was there, because this is 1983, like the 80s. So it's pretty neat to think about what they put in the park, at least for
Roller
me.
skating?
Maybe.
Walkmans?
So they had Adventureland, Pirates of the Caribbean, The Jungle Cruise, Enchanted Tiki Room, Western River Railroad. That was the name of their railroad. So every Disneyland park, Magic Kingdom have the railroad. I can't imagine a park
Yes.
without
It wouldn't be
one.
a Disney park without.
Yes, the Royal Street Veranda Restaurant, Polynesian Terrace Restaurant, Blue Bayou Restaurant, and the Cafe Orleans.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, how can you describe a more like ideal export of
Yes.
Disney parks to another place? I mean, they got it all.
Yes, exactly. So then in Fantasyland, you have Snow White's Adventures, Pinocchio's Daring Journey, Haunted Mansion, Cinderella's Golden Carousel, Peter Pan's Flight, Dumbo's Flying Elephants, It's a Small World, Mickey Mouse Review, Skyway to Tomorrowland, Tinkerbell Toy Shop, Disneyana Shop, Troubadour Tavern, Captain Hook's Gallery, and Four Corners Food Fair.
Wow.
Yeah.
And with most of that still being there, you can understand why people love it so much. I mean,
they have Cinderella's Castle, which is just a replica, almost a direct replica of our Cinderella's Castle.
Interesting.
Yeah.
In artwork, it seems so different.
Well, maybe you're thinking of Shanghai.
Okay.
Yeah, because we talked about Shanghai before, and that's the one that they just redid. And
yeah.
Right?
But my goodness, I mean, you talk about an American Disney love letter, signed, sealed, and delivered, Walt Disney.
Yeah.
They got it.
So, Tomorrowland, they have the arcade, Starcade Video Arcade.
Nice.
Star Jets, Skyway to Fantasyland, Grand Circuit Raceway, Meet the World, Tomorrowland Terrace Restaurant, Space Place Food Port, and Space Mountain, of course. Then in Westernland, you have the Country Bear Jamboree, Diamond Horseshoe Review, Davy Crockett's Explorer Canoes, Plaza Pavilion Restaurant, Hungry Bear Restaurant. Oh, I could do that.
All there and more. Keep
Tom Sawyer Island Rafts, Westernland Shooting Gallery, Mile Long Bar Restaurant, Mark Twain Riverboat, Lucky Nugget Cafe, and Pecos Bill Cafe. They got so much food.
Yeah, well, and it almost sounds, well, I guess we got the Liberty Tree there, but it almost sounded like they had one more restaurant and maybe one more attraction in their Frontierland.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And then the World Bazaar, which we've talked about, had the camera center shop, of course.
Yeah, the
gotta have
presence.
your camera shop in the 80s. New Century Clock Shop.
Of course, it might not have been Kodak there.
You hear that? A clock shop. That's so cute. Emporium Store, Storybook Store.
The clock store makes me think of the Silly Symphony.
Yes. And then, of course, an omnibus vehicle, a fire truck vehicle, horseless carriages, and the Main Street Cinema. Yeah. So, but let's talk about food for a second.
Yeah.
So, I've seen in videos and people talk about they have the flavored popcorn there, which I'm a big fan of popcorn. That's definitely like, no, they have like shrimp flavored and sweet flavored and all sorts of,
puff shrimp. What do you call those?
The shrimp
chips.
Fries?
Yeah.
Shrimp fries, right?
Yeah, I love them.
Oh my goodness, those are yummy. And so they have all these different flavored, like they have, I think they have like a pepper, some.
And while it wasn't open at the time, Disney Sea for a long time was the only proud home to Oswald. Like Oswald was appearing there at Disney Sea forever.
Well, and they're huge Duffy fans over there. Oh my
goodness,
goodness,
I'm so glad you brought that up.
Oh my goodness, they bring their stuffed animals and they can dress up at those parks.
There you go.
Yeah, but they really dress up. Like, I think if we were there, you'd be freaking out and getting your picture with people, just like regular people all the time.
Maybe.
The other thing I love about the Tokyo Disneyland and the other Asia parks, and pardon me if I'm wrong, I think this is Tokyo, but maybe it's the other ones too. But the cast members are just like really, really interactive, and they wave at you and smiling, and they're like, but guests are too, like really, you know, friendly and waving and
can't wait.
Just having fun. If like I saw people on a bridge waving at people in the boats and things like that. I just think that kind of friendliness is beautiful and something I would love to see more of.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we try to do things like that. Sometimes the people don't wave back. It's okay. It's all right. Lots of time people do wave at us, and that's fine. But there's like the youthfulness that you feel at Disney parks, and I think they encompass it well. But people do that at Disney World too, so it's awesome. I like also their food. A lot of their foods are Mickey shaped or shaped foods.
Bento inspired. Yeah.
You know, I lived in Korea and we went to Japan a couple times, and they would have cases of food, and it was just like so tempting. You just want to eat everything. But you know, I've heard people complain about the food, but foreign food is always hard. I'm pretty sure we love it.
Oh, I mean, we find it here everywhere we can, so yes. I mean.
Oh my goodness, it will be so fun. So obviously this week you guys have really learned how much we're itching to get to some of these parks across the
Asia
world.
and Europe.
But we'll take Disney World for now. We're having so much fun, and we're so happy that you guys follow along with us and for your comments and to tell us about your adventures. And did you get to go to Tokyo Disneyland?
Are you one of the lucky?
Yeah, we'd love to hear your experience.